Burley, Blackberry Brad here for BerryReporter.com. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bear Report Podcast 70 for Thursday, October 19th, 2017. What's going on, everybody? Blackberry Brad here, back. I know we kind of took a little hiatus again, a couple minutes of what was going on here, but Reporter.com, oh, there it goes. Pretty much thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bear Report Podcast. We're excited to be back talking lots of great news here. We'll get to the BlackBerry Motion news in a little bit, but first we got to go through a little keeping such here on the Bear Report Podcast as we normally do. But give me a second here. Let me just go ahead and fire this into the BBM groups that I have going on here. If you want to join the BerryReporter.com BBM group, send an email to brad@BerryReporter.com. I'll get you in the group. But it's a pretty crazy group going on right now. Lots of cool activity, a lot of chatting going on and such. So lots of BlackBerry chatter, a lot of BBM chatter and such. But nonetheless, so let's get to it. First things first, I kind of want to thank you guys for kind of being patient with me and kind of doing a little hiatus. Kind of needed to do a little regrouping on my end. This past few weeks, it's kind of a little soul searching for me. I've been kind of going through some personal stuff back behind the scenes and a lot of digging deep inside me and figuring out what's going on. I do, I take a lot of everything that I do very heavily, but lately, I don't know, just for some reason, been kind of just walking through life and walking through day-to-day stuff, just kind of blind and, I don't know, just not paying attention, just kind of going with the flow, I guess. I don't know what to say. Don't worry, there's a dog behind me. So if you're wondering what's moving underneath my sheets there's a dog. But yeah, day-to-day stuff going through. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go let her out of the room. All right, anyways, sorry about that. The dog was sleeping. Her name's Sadie, and she's just sleeping. Didn't want to disturb her before the show started. So, but anyways, so yeah, been doing a lot of little soul searching this past few weeks, and heard some people along the way, and mending relationships now with those certain people and certain individuals, and just there's a lot of things I've been trying to do and just haven't been putting an effort into it. Like for instance, BerryReporter.com. I've always put pride into this website and put pride into doing what I do for this and for the BlackBerry community. I've been doing this for many years. I've been doing it, since I was fresh out of college. Or I was in college actually when I started with BerryReporter, and fresh out of high school technically, if you want to put it that way. 2009 was when I started doing this all, and it's 2017, almost 2018. In a few months, and I put pride in doing it because it's been pretty much here and there we've had people come help out and such, and Justin and Lauren and who has also helped, Neil and other people who helped out with BerryReporter.com. But it's been me for most of those years, ever since I kind of took the reins, and I've been proud of doing that. I've been proud of taking BerryReporter.com and underneath my wings, as far as making sure there's content and stuff on the site, but just that stuff too. I haven't been doing this as 110% as I wanted to do, and been kind of realizing that there's a lot of things that I've been trying to get done for the site, and I have other projects in the work too. I have, if you don't know, I have another website that's in the works right now that's called bradsgeekyreview.com. It's currently live, but it's not ready to go. I'm still kind of fixing it up, but it's more of a tech concept. It's more gaming and mobile and tech industry focused. Where BerryReporter.com is still going to be BlackBerry, still going to be BlackBerry and Key One and such like that focus, and I'll be 110% with this. But I still want to do other writing and focus on other content that I just can't. Just doesn't make sense to focus on BerryReporter.com. So, but I haven't, that stuff I haven't been putting 110% in as much effort as I could into it, and just haven't been doing things right. And this past few weeks have been big soul search for me and digging deep and figure out, I need to change some things, need to do some certain things. Starting next month, we'll writing up a post about it right now, but starting next month, I'm getting ready to do Movember with the Movember Foundation to help bring awareness to men's health and such. And so I'll be shaving off this lovely beard here and just growing a mustache. As much as the girlfriend's going to love it, that I'll have a mustache. But I'll be growing that, and hopefully you guys will help do some fundraising for me, help spread the word and such like that. But, things like that I'm trying to get better at and trying to get more involved in sharing the love for people and kind of get more involved with stuff. But yeah, that's my excuse for being on hiatus. I do apologize again, but I'm back. We're ready to go. I'm ready to kick the stuff into high gear. We have a lot of things coming down the pipeline, just BlackBerry related, and I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline too, and such. So let's get to it. Let's get to this week's episode. Oh, speaking of this week's episode, one other thing I want to talk about is if you notice, I am wearing a BerryReporter.com sweatshirt. It's getting cold in the states right now in North America, so fall is coming, winter's coming as well. Not a Game of Thrones reference, but winter is really coming here, especially here in the Northeast, if you're on the East Coast or anything like that. But winter is coming, it's getting cold, and if you're looking for some new attire, some new apparel to wear, we have a BerryReporter.com Teespring store to get some new apparel. We have some BerryReporter shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts. We also have a hashtag Team BlackBerry t-shirt that we're selling up there, which also has a BerryReporter.com logo on the back of it, so you can show both your BlackBerry and BerryReporter.com pride. You also can get mugs with our logo on it to have your hot cocoa or coffee or tea in it. So there's tons of stuff that you can go get. There's stickers and such as that. If you look below the video that you're watching right now, you will find a link to the store. If you click on that link right now, you're going to get 10% off your order. So it's going to give you 10% off your order if you click on the link below inside this video. And it really helps us out a lot if you go check out those t-shirts. Put a lot of, Teespring's a great company to buy through. They brought a lot of good reviews from them. A lot of people who have bought already our shirts. I know Rico's bought some. I know Dennis has bought some. And they've had no issues as far as shipping and receiving or payments or anything like that. So go check it out. You get 10% off if you click on the link below again. So hope to see you guys in some new BerryReporter.com apparel as you go through fall and winter this season. So, all right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. Enough about talking about myself and the site. First things first, BBM. I know there's been a lot of issues with BBM lately. The first big issue that BBM has been people on BBM have been experiencing is the fact that BBM's been randomly logging people out lately. It hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened to me on my BlackBerry Android device, but I knew there are some people that have experienced where they've been randomly logged out, and then once they're logged out, they can't get back in. It's telling them that their credentials are wrong, even if they try to change their password or such like that, and where that's not the case. So BBM has kind of reached out to everybody, letting them know that they do know the issue, they do know a fix, they do have a resolution for it. If you reach out to the BBM team, they will help you out with the issue. Pretty much the issue it boils down to it being a cause of the data split between the consumer users and the enterprise users. So it kind of has to go back to the whole reason why the BBIDs stopped working or the whole no switching BBIDs to BlackBerry 10 once you go to iOS or Android BBM. It's kind of part of that. And and so that pretty much caused the issue. And so that they have kind of a fix for it. If you're having issues with it, go email support at bbmtek.com. Again, that's support at bbmtek.com. Provide them with your BBM PIN, your BlackBerry ID, and your email address that's associated with your account, and they will work with you on resolving the issue on their end. It's not something that you can resolve on your own. So if you come into the issue and just email them right away, and let them know about the issue that you're having, and they'll help you get that resolved. So as much as the issue kind of sucked for a lot of people, it kind of messed up their groups and BBM channels and such. It's nice knowing that BBM Tech is working with those affected by it and getting the issue resolved quickly for them. The other BBM issue that people are running into, this is something we haven't written about yet, but I plan on getting this up on the site soon. If you're an iOS user, yes, if you use BBM on iOS, we still love you. Don't worry. You don't have to use it on a BlackBerry device to get love from BerryReporter.com. We still love you, iOS users, even though you're using an iPhone. But some iPhone users have been noticing that they don't get notifications right away for BBM. So if they get a message sent to them and they have BBM closed in the background, BBM doesn't alert them. And they could have, tons of messages waiting for them in the background or in the chat, and they would never know about it because of this issue. Now, part of it has to do with Apple and how what they've done to the notification system in iOS, and part of it just has to do with BBM not talking to them to iOS properly. So I've reached out to the BBM team. They have reached back out to me about this issue and have told me to have those who are affected go ahead and run a bug report or a tell you exactly what it's called. Hold on here. Losing my train of thought here. So if you go into BBM and you hit report a problem, that'll pretty much run a bug report and send the report over to them so they can further investigate. They know that they kind of know where the issue is, and they're working on a resolution. They don't have any updates on that. They say that in the next BBM updates or so, they should have that solved in the next update on iOS. But if you are running into this issue and you're on iOS, having an issue with not getting notifications of messages or BBM group messages, go ahead and hit that, run that bug report, and that will kind of help them find out the cause of this issue so they can fix it. And they're thought to have a fix in the works soon with the next update, as I said. But so two big BBM issues that we're running into right now. Hopefully the whole logout thing is getting resolved and less people are finding that to be an issue. And this iOS thing is kind of been a lingering issue. I do know. I know a lot of people have been having this issue come about on their end, and hopefully we can get that resolved as well. So bear with them. Brian Deed in the BerryReport chat room. You can come over and watch us on YouTube and check out the BerryReport chat room. He says he has no BBM issue on his Bold 9900. I don't have a BBM issue on my Bold 9900 either. I am back. Solo back, but I am still back. We're back. The BerryReport's back. Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in the BerryReport chat room. It's always great seeing you guys come in there. But yeah, so BBM was having some issues, but looks like we have some resolution in there and in store for people having the issue. Again, if you're having the logout issue, email support at bbmtek.com, and they will go ahead and work with you on getting that resolved. So next thing is, speaking of BBM is teaming up with Hotels Combined to help make your traveling, planning your travel a lot easier. So, so if you're over on BBM, you can now book your travel plans with hotels combined right in the Discover tab of BBM, which is great. I really love how BBM is starting to take BBM and turn it more into more than just a messaging platform. BBM is no longer just your average Joe messaging platform. It's your app. You can go get your news. You can go book an Uber ride. You can go book a hotel room. You can play games with other BBM users, and you can also uh, share things with BBM channels. So I really love how they're evolving BBM into more than just a messaging platform. People say, "Oh, WhatsApp's better, BBM's better than WhatsApp, or Telegram's better than BBM." Well, Telegram and WhatsApp do just chat now, and BBM does more than chat. They do video chat. They do voice voice. They do uh, booking hotels. They give you the option to book a ride through Uber in. So I really love how they're growing BBM into being something a whole lot more, and it's really great to see. Hotels Combined has some pretty good rates if you're looking for hotels through Hotel Combined, and they're giving you some great discounts on rooms, making it very very easy to plan your next business trip or plan your next or your personal. If you just want to get away with yourself, you just need some alone time. You can go ahead and use Hotels Combined through BBN Discover tab and book it right from there. Junk Food Junction wants to know if I'm using the Motion yet. I don't have a Motion yet. No BlackBerry Motion yet for me. When will I be getting one? It's in the works. I can't tell you when, but it's coming. It's not available yet here in the East or in the North America. It's not available in Canada yet, but it's coming. I have hopefully the folks over at BlackBerry Mobile will be sending me out one soon, or I'll get my hands on one soon via retail platforms or such. But really can't wait for that device. We'll get to that device in a minute. We still have a couple more things to talk about before we get to BB or the BlackBerry Motion. But next thing to talk about here. So BlackBerry has announced that they are the first to support purebred across all key platforms used by the Department of Defense. This is big news for BlackBerry. So the BlackBerry announced that they become the first to support purebred management server across all key platforms that is currently being used in the Department of Defense. So these platforms include iOS, Android, BlackBerry 10, Android Enterprise, Samsung's Knox, and Windows 10. So they have now made it so helps alleviate the purebred will help alleviate DoD members from using common access cards or personal identification cards to get into certain applications, certain places, and such. So this is very big for BlackBerry on an enterprise standpoint, on a security standpoint, because if you think of the Department of Defense, that's a pretty big. That's a place where you need to be secure, right? The Department of Defense security is a pretty big thing there, and for them to go out to BlackBerry and say, "Hey, we want you to use." We want to use your technology and you to use a purebred server to help us better manage our software and make sure that we stay secure. That's a huge win for BlackBerry as a company, especially huge win for them, kind of helping drive home that security aspect of aspect of BlackBerry. And yes, brother, this show is live. I'm live. I can move my hand, arms and stuff like that, and do other live things. But yes, we are live in color too, which is the amazing part. The internet has color. If you didn't know that, but yeah, Department of Defense now has a purebred server thanks to BlackBerry. Very cool deal for BlackBerry. BlackBerry stocks have been going pretty good lately, ever since they switched over to the New York Stock Exchange. It's been looking pretty good. I think what are they at? $11 a share lately. Nope, we're not pre-taped. We don't pre-record or anything like that. No, that's the audio version. If you listen to the audio version, that's pre-recorded. There you go. If you listen to the podcast version, that's the pre-recorded version. But you can't chat with me on the podcast version. if you listen to the previous portion of the show, you'll figure out that I had to do a little soul searching this past few weeks and a whole little speech and spiel about that. And yes, I did put up a message about me leaving BBM for a little bit, or kind of and such like that. But that was part of stuff that I was going through. So I'm not leaving BBM. I still have BBM active. I still have it on my BlackBerry Key 1, still going. As you can see here, BBM is actually, you can't see that because my screen brightness is all too high, but still on BBM. If you want to BBM me, hit BBBRAD. That's my pin. Still there. Make fun of me there if you like. But yeah, not leaving BBM, on BBM. Good to go there. So let's talk about the BlackBerry Motion, right? BlackBerry Motion. I'm kind of growing on the name, I guess, a little bit. Still not a huge fan of it. Would still like BlackBerry Krypton to be the name. But BlackBerry Mobile recently announced the BlackBerry Motion. They announced it at the GI Technology Week. The BlackBerry Motion is coming to. It's going to start coming to what's the Middle East. So we got Middle East. We get in the BlackBerry Key 1 first before anybody else, which is great news for them. Bad news for us because I want this device now. It's a nice looking device. What's my favorite case for the BlackBerry Key 1? I don't have a favorite case yet. I'm trying to do a video on this one. This is the if you can see that, this is the Naked cell phone case from Naked Cell Phone for the BlackBerry Key 1. I don't know the official name for it, but it's got a kickstand, which is pretty cool. It's a vertical kickstand though, which I kind of like because I only have one a desktop or what do you call it? I'm missing the word for it. I only have one stand or one sync pod for the BlackBerry Key 1, and I have it here at home, but I want one for at work, but I don't really want to buy another one. So having this vertical kickstand kind of helps alleviate that, where I'm not charging my device, but it'll prop my device up at my desk at work. I believe Brother Neil's asking if I have any cases for the Motion. I don't have any cases for the Motion yet. I would hope that I would get the phone before I get the cases. But if you know me, I don't like cases on my phone. The phone as is, if you can't see it, but behind me there is a stack of cases that I have for the Key 1 from folks like Incipio and Sadio, and I haven't even used any of them really. Used them for when I was reviewing the cases and such, but other than that, I haven't used. Will the BlackBerry Motion have a sync pod / charging stand? I hope so, but the Key 1 didn't, so I'm going to guess that the Motion will not have it. They won't have an official one from BlackBerry Mobile unless they change their mind on that. But the Key 1 was supposed to have a sync pod / charging stand, and I love my charging stands. I have, for the Passport, I have one for the Bold 9900. I had one for here's the one that I use for the BlackBerry Playbook that I use in front of my desk here, and I have two of these that I use here and on my nightstand. But I don't think the Motion will have a sync pod. I hope I'm wrong, but as of right now, they won't have it. But anyways, the BlackBerry Motion was announced. It is coming to the Middle East, and the BlackBerry Motion. Let's kind of go over the specs real quick. Actually, let's talk about where it's coming first. Carphone Warehouse in the UK is now taking pre-orders for the BlackBerry Motion. You're looking at paying about £399 and delivery date of November 10th. Looking at, so we should be seeing these devices this device kind of come through in early November, which would be great. And let's see who else is getting it. The BlackBerry Key or BlackBerry Motion is coming to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. They should be hearing about Pre-orders in Germany and Austria will start on October 19th. Switzerland, we don't know yet. They're still kind of hiding that factor. But we should be hearing word about the pre-orders soon. In Germany and Switzerland, you're looking at a 469 euros price tag. So the retailers that should be carrying this device is the Media Market, Saturn, Notebooks Builder, Otto, and Vodafone, and those areas. And in the UK, I believe we have also Selfridge, John Lewis, Dixon Travels, Curry's PC World, Amazon, Very and Little Woods in the UK. So we should be seeing them carry this device. We'll hear more about it in November. And the Black promotion is available for pre-order from Bell Simple. If you want any information on any of this stuff, go check out BerryReporter.com. Links for these articles will also be in the description after the show, so go check that out. And then, brother, and doing giveaways for the Stadio cases. I'm working on doing a giveaway for one of those. That's one of the things I've been kind of slacking on, and is getting these case reviews up. I have a whole bunch of videos that I recorded one weekend that I recorded on these cases, but I haven't gotten anything going yet. Brian Deed wants to know if there's any BB10 news. Not really too much big BlackBerry 10 news. I mean, the whole purebred concept with the Department of Defense has BlackBerry 10 in it, so that's BlackBerry 10 news. We're still kind of working on getting some stuff up for BlackBerry. I know Instant 10 just got updated recently. If you're using Instant 10 on BlackBerry 10 for your Instagram needs, that just got updated, but nothing really too much. I do know 10.3.4 is in the works. Don't know when that's going to come, but should be seeing an update come sometime soon. But no news for BlackBerry 10. Not too much news coming out. Don't worry, I still use BlackBerry 10. That's another thing I want to focus more on the site, as I kind of give my pre show speech about things that, like I said, I've been kind of walking in the dark, I guess, lately. Do a lot of soul searching, a lot of stuff that I was thinking about for this site, and there's a lot of things I need to work on for the site, getting content up, but you have to realize it's a one-man show here, and unfortunately, I would love to be putting as much content up about everything I can possibly think of, but I do have full-time job before this and such, but working on it, getting a better schedule kind of going for myself, kind of adjusting some sleep patterns and such. But yeah, not too much Black Pretend news, but stay tuned. We have some more stuff coming down the pipeline. But let's go talk about the specs for the BlackBerry Motion. The BlackBerry Motion is a very highly anticipated device in the BlackBerry world, and it's the first full touchscreen device coming from TCL, BlackBerry Mobile. It's running Android 7.1 Nougat. It's a 5.5-inch display with 1920 by 1080, Snapdragon 625, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, 8 megapixel camera on the front, 12 megapixel camera on the back, and a 4,000 milliamp battery in the device. To kind of go over more in depth, we're looking at the display is a dragon tail glass, so nano diamond anti-scratch coating, which would be nice. Hopefully that doesn't scratch up too much. Does have expandable storage up to 2 terabytes with a micro SD card slot, USB-C, quick charge 3.0, IP67, so it's water resistant, not waterproof. It's water resistant. It looks like it's going to have pretty much a good chunk of the LTE bands that most people will need to use this device. Again, it's running 32 gigs of RAM, but kind of would like that to be bumped up to 64. 64 gigs would have been nice, but expandable storage is always nice to have. You have 32 gigs, and then bump it up to whatever you want to use with your SD card. If you want to go all the way up to 2 terabytes, go for it. You can do so on the BlackBerry Motion and on the Key One. Yeah, BlackBerry 10.3 is still coming as much as I know. They've been kind of quiet on it, but hopefully they keep their promise. They did state that there will be at least 2 BlackBerry 10 updates coming down the pipeline, and 10.3.3 was the first one, and now we have 10.3.4 in the wings apparently. So is there a black edition coming? I don't know. We know that there's multiple SKUs for the BlackBerry Key or BlackBerry Motion. Some of those SKUs are going to be probably region-based SKUs, so different SKU for different parts of the world. And then I would think that some of those SKUs might also be different color variants. Hopefully, we talked about it before, where I would love for the BlackBerry Motion and BlackBerry Mobile to kind of start getting these devices in different colors like we've seen in the past. I'm talking to you and seeing this white Z30 in front of me, and I would love to see a white Q1. I would love to see a white BlackBerry Motion. If you go check out BlackBerry Mobile's YouTube channel, after you're done watching the show, of course, if you go check out their YouTube channel, they have a ton of they have 2 videos for the BlackBerry Motion, and the device looks really good. It's a really nice looking device. It has the home button, the home button, which has a BlackBerry logo to it. That also acts as your fingerprint sensor, which looks really nice. I really can't wait to find out what kind of material that's made out of there. And it's a nice looking touchscreen device. Again, it's a touchscreen device, so it's going to look like your average, smartphone touchscreen devices, but it's BlackBerry. It's BlackBerry secure. It's got, water resistance to it, and it's got, Android 7.1 Nougat running in, and it's got a hell of a battery to it. Think about it. The BlackBerry Q1, 3505 milliamp battery, right? Has a 625 processor, Snapdragon. The BlackBerry Motion has a 4000 milliamp battery to it with the same processor in it. I get great battery life on my BlackBerry Q1 with that 3505 milliamp battery. I can't wait to find out what the 4000 milliamp battery is going to give me. Now, keep in mind, the touchscreen being there, bigger screen, we'll probably use a little bit more battery life to it, and I'm kind of thinking that's why they jumped up to 4000. Usually, if they put in a touchscreen, they will bump up the battery a little bit. So, maybe a 3600 milliamp battery. Would have been in this device, but the BlackBerry Motion has a 4000 milliamp battery to it, which is crazy to think about it. The BlackBerry Q1 or BlackBerry Motion is going to have an app called BlackBerry Locker. So it's a secure place to store your photos and your documents that is password protected and is safe from being synced to clouds. So if you put those, a photo or a document inside this application, you can secure it with a password, and it's not being synced to any type of cloud. Now, as long as you delete it from like Google Photos or such like that. So, will that app be coming to the BlackBerry Q1 and DTEC 60? I would think it would come to the Q1. The DTEC 60, I don't know, but the Q1 will. I would think that app would come to it, but who knows? Maybe it's a BlackBerry Motion exclusive application. They could be doing something like that where you can only get the BlackBerry Locker on the BlackBerry Motion. Be a great selling point, right? Come get this BlackBerry Motion. You'll get a free app that you can secure your photos and documents with. Do I think they'll do that? I don't think so, but I could see them doing so. Excuse me. Is that a French flag in the back of behind me? Yes, that is. It's a figurine from Assassin's Creed Unity. If you can see, that is, if I could point to this properly, that is Arno from Assassin's Creed Unity. He was a assassin in the French Revolution, so that's why there's a French flag there. You also see that I have a map of England right there. That's 18th century England via Assassin's Creed's concept of England in the 18th century. So Jorge Carlos Alonso, thank you for joining. I think I butchered your last name there. It's late, so thank you for tuning. Thank you for tuning in. I can't speak tonight. Thank you, brother Neil, for blessing me. But yeah, 4,000 milliamp battery, BlackBerry locker for the BlackBerry Motion, killer looking device. The camera looks to be pretty good. We haven't figured out what sensor is yet in the camera, right? I'm hoping it's the same sensor that is in the Key One, because the Key One takes amazing photos. I would hate for them to sacrifice the camera quality. I don't. If they use the same sensor as the Key One, I would not be unhappy. I would be very happy if the Key One, if the Motion had the same sensor as the Key One did, and still takes great photos. But yeah, BlackBerry Motion. Hopefully, we'll hear more about where it's coming. It looks like, slowly rolling out. I don't think the BlackBerry Motion is a device that's going to replace the Key One. I think it's more of a device that will sell along with the Key One. I think BlackBerry Motion wants to have devices that give you an option, right? Choices, right? And that's kind of how BlackBerry used to be. You had your option devices, right? If you wanted to go, a consumer-friendly device, you went with the, BlackBerry Curve. You went with a low-end device. If you wanted your enterprise ready, your businessman phone or businesswoman phone, you went with the BlackBerry Bold devices. If you wanted a touchscreen devices, you had, the Storm, you had the Torch, they had, you had the if you wanted a touchscreen and a keyboard, you went with the BlackBerry Torch. If you wanted, a compact device, you went with the Pearl. If you wanted a, old style flip phone with a keyboard to it, you went the BlackBerry style. So you had your choices of what devices to use, and even if you want, looked at BlackBerry 10, right? BlackBerry 10 devices, you had your BlackBerry. If you wanted a touchscreen, you went with a Z30 or Z10 or Z3. If you wanted a keyboard device, you went with, the classic. You went with the Q10. If you wanted your amazing screen and amazing battery life, you want your passports, right? So BlackBerry Mobile is looking to do the same thing as far as giving you options to choose from with your BlackBerry devices. If you want a keyboard, go with the BlackBerry Key One. Great device, right? If you want a full touchscreen device that's water resistant, ready for your everyday, dust resistant, ready for your everyday life, go with the BlackBerry Motion. It's going to give you the same great battery life. Hopefully, we don't know yet, but we're assuming that's going to give you the same great battery life. It's going to give you a great, user experience, and it's also going to give you the security that you're looking for your device. So your device is enterprise ready, and it's ready for your everyday life. So it's great to see BlackBerry Mobile doing so with the BlackBerry Motion. And let's see. We'll see when it starts rolling out. Hopefully, we'll hear more about it by the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if January comes along and we're still hearing about carriers get this device, and the Northeast in the North America gets the Motion come next year. I think North America will get announced for it, or an announcement for it, by the end of the year, but you might not see it until January rolls around, which slowly rolling out. I think they don't want to steal away from sales for the BlackBerry Key One. Oh, speaking of sales for the BlackBerry Key One, did anybody get a Key One from the 24-hour flash sale that BlackBerry Mobile held? If you didn't, you missed out on a great price. The BlackBerry Key One was selling on Amazon and Best Buy.com and stores for $500, which is great deal. $50 off the BlackBerry Key One. Really cool deal that BlackBerry just randomly put out. Hey, we're having a sale. Here you go. 24 hours. Go get it. And hopefully they sold a lot. Hopefully a lot of you bought that device for $500, which is nice. So yeah, and then the price tag for the BlackBerry Motion, I believe on here. Where do I have the price? It's somewhere around here. Cheating. It is. It's kind of interesting that the BlackBerry Key or BlackBerry Motion is only going to be rocking 7.1.1 Android. So, um, it's kind of interesting to see that, and the fact that they're not going to be using a newer version of the OS on it. I have an idea of what the phone's going to retail for, but why am I not seeing this? I can tell you guys. Yeah, because actually they haven't really given a price yet, right? How much is Motion in Canada? We haven't heard anything about it. Canada, North America hasn't been announced yet. But we'll hear more about it. 399 pounds in UK. Who wants to convert for me real quick? It's about 530. But we'll hear more, as time goes on about official pricing for the BlackBerry Motion. But yeah, exciting time for to be a BlackBerry fan, BlackBerry device fan, because we're getting hot devices. Like I tell you, go watch if you haven't watched those videos yet, you could see them on BerryReporter.com. If you go over to BlackBerry Mobile's Instagram page, or not Instagram, their YouTube channel, you can check out some of those videos that they've dropped. And this phone is hot, very hot looking, very good looking device. I do love the backing on it. Can't wait to see how that feels in my hands. But yeah. So that is it for this week's episode of the best. Thank you guys all for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, by the way, go ahead and hit that. There should be a little subscribe button below my face. Go and hit that if you haven't done so already. That subscribe button will subscribe you to the BerryReporter.com YouTube channel, and it will alert you live for the Bear Report podcast. In fact, it will also alert you every time I record or put up a video to the BerryReporter.com YouTube channel. So anytime I drop a video for a case review or phone review, anything like that, you'll be notified of it, and you won't miss out, because you don't want to miss out on my videos, right? Also, if you hit the like button, there should be a thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit that, and let us know how much you like the show. If you don't like the show, go ahead and hit it too. It helps us out either way, but definitely helps gets us more recognized more in the YouTube world. So if you hit that like button, just smash it. Hit it as many times as you can, but and show us how much you like it. If you're listening to this or not live, if you listen to this on your favorite podcast app, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to your favorite podcast app, whether it's iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher. If you're listening to us on Pocket Cast, go ahead and hit subscribe to our audio version and hit the like button there as well. That will help us just get noticed and discovered in those podcast apps as well. But until next time, BlackBerry Brad out.